Hello and welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. I'm Shadowcoast and welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 or first 10 talents I'd recommend that you pick up in Hogwarts Legacy. Now, we unlock the ability to purchase talents once we hit the map chamber, so I'm not going to have any spoilers, but this is part of the main storyline. So you will find yourself in this room, and then talents will unlock. The way we access talents to purchase is we go to challenges, and then in the top left we have talents. So we'll go over to here. There are 5 kind of decks for talents we can purchase: spells, dark arts, core, stealth, and room of requirement. And we start picking up talent points after level 5, I believe, or at level 5, so including level 5 here. Now, for those interested, I do believe the maximum level is level 40, which you most likely will play through most of the game before hitting that. But once you hit level 40, so that means we have 35 talents total. Now, it's important to note that once you purchase or use a talent, I do not believe you can undo it. So that's why I wanted to provide some recommendations for your first 10. I have 13 here, but I figure at this point most people will be closer to 15, 14 or 15 than 17. I took kind of a lot of side quests on before getting to this point. So with that in mind, let's review the 5 kind of decks of talents we can choose from. Spells, this improves your spell casting. So if we take a look here, we have improved Levioso, Accio, Incendio, and other core pieces that upgrade them. So this is a good tree. We then have the Dark Arts. This is all about dealing damage. So we're inflicting damages. We're actually adding curses to some of our moves. So this will really increase your damage output, although we can also increase our damage output using spells. Core, this is where I firmly believe you're going to want to pick up a lot of these. Core has a variety of different things, from adding spell knowledge, so you can have another little key to switch between, which is really nice. So I do recommend picking up one of these, which we'll get into. And then a lot of these will be working on improving our ancient magic meter. So the way I like to run my playthroughs is I want to maximize my ancient magic meter, because that's an easy way to one-shot most enemies and deal heavy damage to most bosses. We also have other kind of quality of life perks, which we'll get into. We're going to spend a lot of time in core. Stealth, if it doesn't explain itself, is going to improve your ability to sneak around. This is very useful depending on the way you play your game. In this playthrough, I'm playing as Gryffindor, so my stealth abilities are not the highest, but when I play Ravenclaw, I'm definitely maximizing a little stealth. Room of Requirement. This is going to buff different variable potions that are going to help us, as well as other types of items like chomping cabbages. So with that in mind, we do have these 5 verticals, or kind of decks, to pull through. I don't know if you could call them decks. From that perspective. Now, when we look at these, you can see that Tier 1 opens up at level 5. That's when we start building talent points. Tier 2, level 16. Tier 3, level 22. And again, I do believe the max level is 40. So, top 10. I recommend first picking up at least 1 spell knowledge. I don't know about you, but this doubles as a quality of life versus having to open up the spell chart and change all the time. So I do recommend picking up one of these. I only think I need probably 2 at any given time, but it's really up to you. You can pick up more of them as you go. Next, I do recommend picking up Wiggleweld Potency. So this will increase the healing potion that you use on yourself. And we're actually going to pick up both of these because we're going to want to make sure that we're kind of optimizing our resources and not having to continue to keep brewing or purchasing these potions for efficiency. So these are an easy 3 in this tree. The other ones that I would recommend are Ancient Magic Throw, Catches and Throws, Disarmed Enemy Weapons. This is really helpful. So basically, when you click Z, you can kind of throw it right back at them, which is really, really nice. Over here, Swift. This one is kind of up to you. I personally do like it. It just adds a little flavor. It's not hypercritical. Your roll is more than sufficient enough, but I do like that one just to get close to enemies, especially using Incendio and other closer range moves. You can see there, you just did that. I do recommend successful Protego blocks to fill your ancient magic meter. As I mentioned, I want to keep my ancient magic on cooldown. That's how we do the most damage the quickest. So we're going to really focus on building that. And then basic cast impacts reduce spell cooldowns. This is a requirement. This is probably one of the best, most important moves to reduce your cooldowns for your other more potent spells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've already spent 7 in core. There are a few others here I'd recommend. This one, basic cast impacts on airborne enemies, I do like, but the one that you're really going to want from level 16 outside of increased healing is increased range of Revelio. This just is a huge quality of life improvement here. I can't tell you exactly what the range is, but I have found when I used it, it has been like substantively different where I'm not clicking Revelio like 18 times every second. So that makes it a lot nicer quality of life. So 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 2 more. So I do like these 2 because we're contributing ancient magic. But if we have 2 left, I actually would recommend coming over here to spells. I personally like Incendio. This is really helpful because people are going to range you or run around you really quickly. So I do recommend that. And then finally, there are some up here. I'm fairly early game, so in this playthrough I haven't unlocked it. So the other one that I would recommend is Levioso Mastery. Now, quite frankly, I'm going to pick up both of these because what I'm going to do is I want to levitate people, I'm going to bring people close, hit them with Incendio, then levitate them to kind of keep them on lockdown. So between these 2, it's really situational depending on your build. So for my 10th one, I'm going to do Accio Mastery. Now, because I'm level 17, I have 3 extra points. I'm definitely going to pick up my Levioso. And I'm going to come back to Core, and I'm going to pick up Protego. And I'm going to pick up the Airborne Ancient Meter Magic. The next one I'm going to grab is Evasion Absorption, and then I will probably go into some of the Dark Arts, although I'm not too big of a fan of the Dark Arts, because I'm trying to do a light playthrough with this particular character. So let's just review my top 10. I would get, 2, 4, 6 down here in level 5, another 2 at least up here, and then I'd put 2 in spells to get you started for your talents. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please drop a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.